Firstly, let me apologise for the sound quality in this video. I'm trying out a totally brand new rig. I've upgraded to Hero 6 Black, and I have an inline mic and a new microphone for that, and I just didn't have time to do any proper testing with it prior to this video. I think you'll be pleased with the improvements in the video quality, which is significantly better than my older camera. And I'll sort the sound out, I'm sure, given time, making sure it's in the right place and set up the right volume. And I'll try and speak up a little, because I'm very quietly spoken and that doesn't really help in the videos. So apologies for that.
I don't know how to start this thing.
You don't know how to start it? You
push the button?
Yeah. So you push button here. You see it will light up. Okay, now. So it's in neutral. Is it neutral?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it's a hoot. All I didn't like was the clutch, but everything, once you get it going, it's a hoot.
It's cool. Alright. Alright, so now we're on the Ducati Scrambler CAF racer. Feels positively anorexic after my GS adventure, and of course it's a very light bike, very thin bike, very firmly suspended bike. The little bit of dive in the front forks, they feel pretty much perfect, but the rear shock is very solid. I'm quite a heavy guy, but there ain't much movement in it, maybe half an inch, and you bounce up and down on it. This feels instantly lively, nice fueling at low revs. It's getting pretty warm now, so I've got the airflow jacket on, light summer gloves. This feels a hoot already, even in a straight line. I'm sure in the twisties this would be a lot of fun solo. Maybe not for so many miles. The seat already feels almost uncomfortably hard, and but you know, this is a ripstick. It's just going to handle. It's going to handle very well, I'm sure. For what is, after all, a relative budget bike, but this is more kind of the top of the range as these things go for the Scramblers. Nice gearbox. Actually, the gearbox almost feels better than the old Strada 950 and its big brother called 1260. Look at that. Unfortunately, it's a very windy day today, so hopefully that's not spoiling the viewing too much. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. Breeze along here at 55. It's a breeze, literally. Fun little toy this is. So I think most people that buy this, you know, some people buy the Ducati Scrambler as a first or only bike, first big bike or an only bike, and I think some of the other models like the Icon, etc., are more better for everyday use. They're more of an all-rounder, much better in the city, where their riding position is much more upright, like an adventure bike, and you know, the nature of the bike is more kind of relax and enjoy it. No pressure to go mad. This thing is, it's not a race replica. It's not a YZF 6 or S1000RR or something. but it has an old school racer charm, Cav Racer, exactly what it's designed for. And actually out on the move, the hard rear suspension, or firm, I should say, is actually soaking up the bumpers really well. In terms of smooth roads, that is, it's giving very communicative feedback. I can feel it biting into the road, and the feedback from the tyre is very good. The front tyre is nice, that's widening ripples particularly well. And we've got certainly down this next road, it's very ripply with the asphalt. The tarmac down here, there's a lot of potholes, and if anything's going to rattle my fillings on this bike, it will be down this stretch over this next hill. I like the uncluttered view. It's a very, obviously you get wind pressure, but it's a very clean airflow, no buffeting. Personally, I prefer that. I think if you generally spend most of your time below 80 miles an hour, and let's face it, we're not on the track most of us do, then having no screen, I think, is often a bonus, and it's nice and smooth. This is the back part of the road. Yeah, pretty good actually. I prefer not having a screen, particularly on a hot day like today. Put my airflow jacket on, and it's just flowing nice cool breeze through my jacket, keeping me cool. If I was on the GS at this point, I'd be considerably hotter with that big tank and big windshield in front of me. So yeah, you definitely wouldn't buy this as your only bike unless you only do short hops, 20 miles on sunny Sundays or something, 20-40 mile. But if you want to do 200-250 mile days like I typically do, not an ideal first bike, maybe a good second bike. Certainly it's got curb appeal. I think I like this little Scrambler Ducati logo in the headstock, and this lovely machined part. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Lovely machined part of the headstock here, and these non-adjustable forks kind of look machined like they are adjustable, which is pretty nice. Switch gears kind of cheap and cheerful, but should be reliable, or I understand it is reliable. Not too many problems I understand with these Scramblers, and of course it's using the old air-cooled engine, which is a delight really. It's got smoother power delivery than the new bigger fuel-injected bikes, and it's got it all going on in the rev range that you want it most for road use. When you get to the track, and this thing's going to be coughing and wheezing like a overweight masseur or something. Here it was lively and frisky, and a lot of fun. Brakes feel good. Of course, it's not stopping a mammoth weight. It's very agile in terms of steering, no real problems. Really quite lovely actually. I think this with an aftermarket rear shaft, I'm not saying that the one out of the crate won't do you for a year or so, but with a bespoke kind of shock, one spring weighted to your particular weight and riding style, fully adjustable for preload, compression, rebound. We have a little legal speed weapon here. I mean, to use an analogy, let's compare this with a car. It's like a MX-5 Miata, and I mean that as a compliment. So what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is that the MX-5 Miata is great value for money and provides huge thrills at very reasonable purchase price. It's pretty easy to, if you have a reasonable income, to buy into the MX-5 experience brand new and all that entails. And some people will see that as, oh yeah, but it's a hairdresser's car, it's a girl's car, it's not this, it's not that. People are idiots, they just clearly haven't driven one, because they put a massive smile on their face at legal speeds. Sure, at the track you can do this, which I own personally, will spank its backside all day long, right? those cars typically cost, well in my case, 3 times as much, right, as the Miata, and that's an issue for many, in fact the great majority of people, right? And the great majority of people might not want to spend 25 to 30 grand on a bike, especially one they just want to have a bit of fun on. And this gets them into a sporty ride that's not going to trouble their license so much, not going to trouble their life expectancy so much, and is going to put a smile on their face sooner, lowering the rev range. It's a bit grabby with the clutch there. Lowering the rev range with lower speeds. So in that respect it's very good. I'm having fun. I'm not feeling like there's a lot of pressure on my wrists, and my wrists are full of titanium, so that's nice. And also additionally I'm not feeling a lot of aches and pains in my back, between the shoulder blades or the lower back or anything like that. The riding position is actually quite lovely for your spine. It's just a gentle curve forward which protects you, against the wind pressure when you're leaning into the breeze at high speed, and it doesn't put too much weight through your lower back, which will give you backache along the ride, so which is quite literally a pain. Nice burble on the overrun, and 1, so a 6-speed box. I wasn't sure it was 5 for some reason. That would seem a bit too retro, old school. 6-speed box, it's nice, works well. This clutch on this particular bike is definitely a bit grabby. It's not about the biting point, it's just about it being a little bit grabby at the engagement. I don't know whether it's got a little bit warm or something like that, but it's only been out in a couple of demos, this thing, so maybe it's just a mixture of unfamiliarity, biting point, and slightly grabby clutch.
So the last bike I rode this weekend was the Scrambler Ducati Cafe Racer. Now this looked beautiful in its kind of JPS Formula 1 70s black and gold livery. It's a really cool looking bike, jet black with gold rims. That's always a winner in my books. But I kind of almost didn't ride it really. There wasn't much else available to ride, and I just decided it'd be nice to try it. And I was quite prepared to hate it, to be honest with you. Most of the kind of cramped up little bikes I've ridden in recent years have been a bit hard work, and I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it all that much. And I've ridden a couple of the Scramblers, and they're kind of okay, distinctly average, but actually quite a revelation. I really enjoyed it. It was a very, very fun bike. On the kind of harder work side of things, the rear shock is set very firmly. I wouldn't say it's really, really harsh like an old ZXR 400 or something from the 90s or anything, but it felt like there's hardly any movement in it, an inch at best or something. I'm quite a heavy guy, so if you're lighter, that might be even worse. But actually out on the street, as long as you weren't hitting potholes, you're on ripply asphalt, the rear shock would ride pretty well actually, and of course that firmer shock really helped in the bends. The front was pretty much perfect, had a bit of movement in it, but didn't feel soft and springy, and that rode the ripples very well. Brakes were excellent, gearbox was excellent, and I love the engine. The engine's very old school. It's the old air-cooled monster engine. It's all the better for it, to be honest. It's got it all going on, kind of 4 to 8,000 revs, I guess, something like that. So all in the mid-range, and it fuels very smoothly. It seems to run very well at low revs. Steering on it was excellent. There's no problem putting it exactly where you want it, where you want it. And although the riding position looks a little extreme for a retro racer rather than a modern race replica, it's actually really comfortable. My wrists are kind of full of titanium, but I didn't have any wrist ache. I didn't have any kind of tension between my shoulder blades, and no excess pressure on my arms. No pressure on my lower back. It's just a nice gentle lean forwards, which really helped in the higher breeze. We took it up to kind of 90 miles an hour or so on private roads, obviously, and you know, that felt good. And more importantly, the twisties, it felt a lot of fun, and it's very characterful and engaging in that lovely kind of retro way, and it makes you feel good. You know, it's one of those bikes that you're going to feel really good on riding at the weekends. As a first bike, it's kind of okay. As an only bike, perhaps not. You know, it's not going to be something you want to commute on every day. If you're in the city or something, you want a Scrambler, buy the Icon or something, you know, the Urban Scrambler or something more upright, I would say. If you just want to drag it out sunny Sundays, just blast it for 20 miles, 40 miles, wonderful. Or as a second bike, you know, just when the mood takes you and you just want to go out and thrash the bike around the mountains and canyons and the forest. It's just great fun. I really thought it was good. It was a real eye-opener, and it's a fair price point, I guess. I think its biggest problem is it has some competition. Now, if you just want something that's kind of retro-ish but super smooth and efficient, for a similar price you've got the Z900 RS from Kawasaki, the homage to the old Z1 of the 70s. And although some things aren't quite period correct there's no dual shocks, there's no 4 exit exhausts. It's pretty faithful to the original otherwise, and it's brilliant, particularly in the brown and orange colour schemes, which sound awful, but when you see them in the flesh, it's gorgeous. And if you check out the Fort and Henderson mountain videos, my previous video, you'll see some good video footage and photos of it in that. And that is super smooth, handles very well, and has decent performance for a similar price. And that's, you know, if you want a retro style bike that's going to be super smooth and comfy and easy to live with, that's probably the one. Now, on the flip side, if you just, you know, rather than your head and your wallet, if you want to buy with your heart and your soul, you buy one of the new Triumph bobbers, or possibly the Spin Master, and you either go for the original bobber with the taller, thinner front wheel, or the bobber black with the extra fork, extra disc up front, and the dual disc, and the thicker forks, and the wider balloon front wheel, a bit like the Harley 48, because it just looks cool and feels cool, and that's a really cool bike. So it has some kind of stiff competition there. Additionally, if you really want the CAF Racer, which obviously neither of those two are, a little bit more money, but probably worth the delta, worth the difference, is Triumph's own thrust and arm. And that's a very cool, proper pucker period looking bike. Much better suspension, particularly the Öhlins variant. Better braking with the Brembos, the bigger Brembos. Beautiful white wheels, sublime paint, polished alloy yoke. I mean, it just really looks the part. If you want something that you can just sit at and stare at in the garage with the cuppa and just love it, the Thruxton is the one to have. But perhaps you don't have as much money as the Thruxton. Perhaps you know, the Z900 RS looks a bit portly, and you know, you don't like the servo seat of the bobber. Triumph's twins are not for you. You must have a V-twin, you must have a Ducati or a Scrambler Ducati to give it its correct nomenclature. Then you're really in a choice of one bike, and I think it's a great bike because it put a smile on my face. And ultimately, why are we riding bikes? You know, we don't have to. It's much more practical to get in a tin box. You know, have to dress up like a Power Ranger, got a nice air-conditioned environment in the summer and nice heating in the winter. So why do we ride bikes? To put a smile on our face. Did the Scrambler Ducati Cafe Race put a smile on my face? Absolutely yes. It's a great bike. If you like it, buy with confidence. So I hope you like the video, and I hope you like my videos. I try to release a video every Friday morning. Gives you something to watch during your Friday lunch break perhaps, or over the weekend. And I truly appreciate you watching them, and ones you enjoy, you know, if you can forward them on to your friends, that's always a bonus as well. And thanks very much for supporting my channel. I very much appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. That's vitally important. I need more subscribers, otherwise I won't be doing this next year. Basically, my subscriber rate doesn't improve significantly, so I appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thank you. You know what I'm going to say now. Last but not least, ride often, ride carefully.